Alright, so here is my thoughts and breakdown of the scientists. Now, I have gotten a few questions on what perks, what augments you should use for each hunter. So we're going to start with the scientists. The scientists' abilities are electrical bat, hollow dome, and handheld radar. They all come in handy, especially the hollow dome and the handheld radar. Electrical bat is just your melee weapon to do damage. You can do damage with the hollow dome, but it does take a little bit longer. So, I have two skins right now. I paid for the young scientist, and then we got the older scientist. But let's go to my loadout. So, the loadout I have right now is Closing Fate, because a lot of people seem to run into the wall, and it does help. But the one I use them all the time is Speed Sensor. Usually people are running, and I'll be able to spot them. Like if I hit them, and they want to run around the corner, I can scan, so I know which way they went and which direction they went. If I'm not using Closing Fate, I usually use the Lightning Strikes. Hollow Dome causes lightning strikes that deal 2 ticks of damage. Now, I'm not used too bad because I don't always trap 2 people, and the highlight them, it really doesn't help unless you're not really finding them that well. But the ultimates I use is survivors caught in the hollow dome lose all stamina, which is a great ultimate to have, because if you're chasing them, they need to regain their stamina back. And I have Shutdown. 33% of damage you deal to distractors is added to the reaction cooldown. Now, I do have some other ones, but I really haven't used too much. I have used this Transcendent Dome. It does help with the lightning strikes because they don't always get trapped. Now, if you're not great at trapping them in the dome, there is, I think it's in here. This one, Sentient Spear. Hollow Dome automatically disables after a full deploy if no survivors are caught inside. The Hollow Dome's cooldown is reduced by 50% once the dome is disabled. If I wasn't using the radar fairy, I probably would use that, but I usually don't use this too often. I used it early on before I had this perk, but this perk is a definitely must use. Yeah, so let's check out the ornaments. I have used Nail in the Coffin, but I assume it doesn't still give enough time. They still get it if they have a perk that gets it rescue time faster. Never use this short circuit. Hardly ever anyone does not make mistakes. Each kill, I have used this no escape. Each kill adds 1 additional to hatch opening time. But most of the time I don't get to the end unless I'm playing with them to get more points. Usually I'm only playing with them if I know they're not going to win, or I can tell they're new to give them a chance to get more darkness. Items, really, you can just use anything. Whatever you have of is what I recommend using. If you use the exact same one I have here, it's going to be mobility. Here, let me just throw this on. I don't think that'll do anything, but strength, item stun, time held, and it reduced melee cooldown, which is great to have. If I put the lightning strike on, it's going to switch it, of course, where it'll get all of them. Well, highlight survivors to activate extraction for 3 seconds, which is great. Especially if you go back to the menu, you have lightning strike challenge. It's gonna help you greatly. Now I don't think I have all the perks and all the ultimates for all the hunters, but these are the ones I've been using and they work great. They help me a ton. But if you're gonna use it, I recommend getting the lightning strike, because this seems like you get all the perks of everything. Now you can hit these corners and get more, but the lightning strike and the closing fate are probably the best parts to throw on. This is definitely speed sensor is what you want to use. Elements, you can switch between what works best for you. Like I could put on the shorter duration but with a shorter cooldown. But I usually don't do that because it gives them more time for me to try to find them in the dome or for them to actually want to run out into it. So yeah, that's what I use for the scientists.
Often advances with some sacrifices. In your life we do. Oh, hi there. Find this experiment quite shocking. Define the quantum harmonizing frequency by substituting our darkness frequency and... yes, got it. Want to try something with you. Just want to try something with you. Divide the quantum harmonizing frequency by substituting our darkness frequency and... yes, got it. Just want to try something with you. will be my experiment. Hi there. You're all mad here. I'm just the one who decided to do something about it.
Attention viewer, if you enjoyed that video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe.